Hey friends. In my Gigi voice. Hey, how y'all doing? Hello, hello, hello. And thanks for the shares already. Hey everybody, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. It's the end of the semester. How y'all doing? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. How y'all looking? How are y'all looking? I know finals are coming up. So how y'all doing? Hey. How you doing? How are you doing? Let me give some people some more time to come in. Y'all know I got a workshop coming up, dimensional analysis. How I've been? Thank you for asking. I'm tired. I've got things that I am diligently working on. Yeah, that the workshop that's coming up on December 9th with the 2-hour Zoom and the step-by-step study guides and the practice. So been trying to get that together. I'm really excited about it. Really excited about it. And then this right here is my new business venture that's kind of coming along too. So yeah, getting these people back and forth to the doctor and dialysis and cancer centers and anywhere that wheelchair accessible or necessity needs to go. So I've been busy. And of course taking care of patients and coming on with y'all to do these problems. So I'm so excited though. Y'all let me know, what are we doing tonight? Are we doing dimensional analysis, ratio and proportion, desired over half? Let me not make the face. We're not going to discriminate against desire. I just feel like desire can only get you so far along, and I feel like, you know, it's kind of like a trick, you know, because you'll be doing really good, and then, you know, desire will have you feeling confident, and then you like come into weight based or some crazy critical drip problem, and you like, what do I do? So, you know, I'm a dimensional analysis advocate. I tell anybody who is in nursing school or looking to start nursing school, learn your conversions and, you know, get a grasp on dimensional analysis. It's a little difficult at first. It can be some kind of confusing, but in the long run, it's going to be a blessing to you because you won't have to remember formulas and everything that's on the top. Cross that was on the bottom. It's kind of like a puzzle, and once you get your goal identified, then hey. But y'all let me know, what are we doing in the comments tonight? We are doing dimensional analysis. Is that cool? If we want some other ways, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and start with some metric and household conversions. And yeah. If this is your first live with me, I am Nurse C. I guess I should have introduced myself first instead of just start talking. But yeah, I am your friendly neighborhood RN who loves to do dosage calculations, and your friendly neighborhood RN private tutor. So if you like these lives and you feel like you could benefit from a one-on-one session, I'm your girl. Alright, so 800 mLs to cups. So when I do conversions, I like to write mine out to the side. If you have like your scratch paper and you're starting, you know, kind of just do a brain dump, and you know, you're like, okay, I know this is this, this is this. Write it to the side. Write your relationships out so that you can see how they line up and that you can keep them together. So we want our goal. Well, our goal is to write on this and not just shake the screen. She's shaking the table. Y'all remember that with K. Michelle and what's it? Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Alright, so goal. We want to find cups, right? So we know that 1 cup is 8 ounces. We also know that 1 ounce is 30 mLs. So I think that's all that we need to do this problem. It's going from metric to household, and some people kind of get tripped up on it, so that's why I added these two in tonight. But let's do it. So if we are looking for cups, our goal is cups. I'm going to start with what it is that I'm looking for, okay? So that is Nurse's rule of dimensional analysis. Start with what you're looking for. Now, my disclaimer. If you like to start with other things and you get the right answer, you cross out what's on the top and what's on the bottom, do you, boo-boo. Don't fix what's not broken. But if you're a little bit shaky on dimensional analysis and want to learn kind of like a way to do it every time, because the key to getting better at these problems is to do them over and over again the same way, and you know, kind of get into the rhythm. So I'm going to find cups. So what has cups in it? This little piece right here. So 1 cup over 8 ounces, okay? So we automatically are going to put our ounces at the top because we want those to cross out. So what has ounces in it? This one does. So 1 ounce is 30 mLs. Ounce crosses out. We got mLs at the bottom. We'll take our mLs from right there and put those at the top. So 800 mLs over 1. 1 is going to be our placeholder, indicating that it needs to be on the top line of numbers that needs to be multiplied. Okay, so we have that. So we'll multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom, and divide. So 1 times 1 times 800 is going to be 800. And then 8 times 30 is 240. 800 divided by 240 is going to be 3.333 repeating. So most institutions, instructors, HESI, ATI, whatever test you're taking is going to tell you what to round to, or it'll be in the problem. So we'll just round this one to the nearest tenth. So that'll be 3.3 cups. Okay? Alrighty. Is my volume okay for everybody before I get too far into the live session? Because last time they said, I love your content, but baby, you is loud. And I'm like, oh no, you should have told me. I promise you, I do really well with criticism. I welcome it. Alrighty. So let's do another one. Okie dokie, hokey pokey. 12 cups equals how many mLs? So this one is going from cups to milliliters. So let's write out our conversions on the side. 1 cup is 8 ounces. And then 1 ounce is 30 mLs. Our goal is to get milliliters. We want everything else to cross out except for milliliters. Alright, so if we're looking for milliliters, what we're going to start with? Milliliters. So what has milliliters in it? This one does. Okay, so 30 mLs over 1 ounce. Okay, and now we need ounces to go to the top. So what has ounces in it? This one does. 8 ounces over 1 cup. Ounce crosses out. Now we got cups at the bottom, and we'll use our cups from right here. 12.5 cups over 1. I don't know why I extended that S. Alrighty, so 30 times 8 times 12.5. It's going to be 3,000. And then 1 times 1 times 1. So that's going to be 3,000 mLs. Pretty simple, to the point, easy peasy, lemon squeezy stuff. You know? All you got to do is cross it out. That's the name of the game. Alrighty, so look at here, look at here. This is how, let me move the goal. Y'all help me reach my goal. I'm almost at a milestone, y'all. Okay, we'll put that down there for right now so we can see. Almost at 5,000 followers. I appreciate y'all's support and word of mouth and references and shares and likes. I appreciate it all. I promise you I do. Alrighty, so this is how you calculate the BS of the A. You have to have kilograms times centimeters divided by 3,600, or pounds times inches over 3131, and you take the square root. Okay, so the square root is going to be the last thing that you do. So you'll do the top of this this part, the top. Where is my little pointer thingy? Here we go. So you do the top part divided by the bottom part, then you do the square root last. Okay, all right. So, find the BSA for a patient who is 5 feet 6 inches and weighs 132 pounds. So, we know that £132 needs to be converted to kilograms. So, we'll do 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. I don't know why I wrote that up there. And do y'all see these BSA problems a lot with meters squared? So was that 60? I need to write down the other square root. Do I mind going back? So you could either convert it to metric and divide it by 3,600, or you can change it to US and divide by 3131. Okay, so if we were doing it to metric, well, changing it to metric, not doing it to it. All right, so you're welcome. And so let's see the pound. Okay, the height. So they're 5 feet, so 5 times 12, 60, then plus 6 more inches will be 66 inches. And then do y'all use 2.54 or 2.5 for your centimeter conversions in your programs? .54. Okay, so we're looking for centimeters. What's it? 2.54 times 66. 167.64 centimeters. So now we can set up our little equation. I don't like how I write the square root. Okay, I'm gonna do that again. Y'all know I can't draw. It's like I be wanting to like show diagrams, but I'm not gonna put myself out there like that. Ain't no way in the heckity of heck you gonna say Nursey was trying to draw this IV bag of fluids and I don't know what that was. So alright, we'll do kilograms times centimeters divided by 3,600. So that'll be 60 times 167.64 divided by 3,600. which will be 2 point that, and then we'll hit the square root button, and meters square is what you'll get, 1.67. Boom. So that's how you find the BSA. Everybody okay with that? If y'all are newly coming in to the live, welcome. I'm Nursey, and we're doing dosage calculations. If you're new here, drop what program you're in. RN, LPN, BSN, Accelerated BSN, Pharmacy Technician, Respiratory Therapy. We've had a lot of different healthcare students come in. LPN to RN. Okay, bridge program. You just started. Alright, everybody good with these? My Facebook people, y'all good too? You start. Oh, you're about to start January 8th. How exciting. How exciting. How exciting. I know a lot of people are like, no, that's not exciting. I'm nervous. Okay, so we'll do this one where you keep it in the US measurements. Okay, so we got a patient who is 4 feet 5 inches, so 4 times 12 is 48 plus 5, it's going to be 53 inches, and they're 88 pounds. So you take the square root and you'll do 88 pounds times 53 inches divided by 31, and take the square root. So 88 times 53 divided by 31 is going to be 1.48961999 and all that stuff. So then we'll hit the square root button, and our meter squared will be 1.22. Okay? Boom. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Alright, convert the time to hours and minutes. There are 12, hold on. So the way you convert feet to inches, there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So if you have it turned blue. So we're looking for inches, and we have 4 feet. Those feet cross out, and that'll be 48 inches. And then you add it to the other inches. This part, that 5. And then so altogether that's 53 inches. So that you'll have the total height in inches. Yeah. You good? Alright. That's why we do these, so we can get everybody up to speed. Alrighty. So convert the time to hours and minutes. So we know that this is going to be hours, and this is going to be your minutes. So everything after the decimal, you multiply by 60 to get your actual minutes, like in actuality minutes. Because you don't say, oh, I have 0.8 minutes. No, you say however many minutes it is. Okay, so we'll take 0.85 times 60, and that is going to give us 51 minutes. So this is going to be 6 hours and 51 minutes. That's it. All that's to it. Take the number behind the decimal and multiply it by 60. So when you get those IV problems and it gives you all the elements that you use to solve it, and it says how long, if you started it at 03:30 and it's going 4.16 hours, you take that 0.16 times it by 60, get your minutes, add it to your other hours, and then add it to the time that you started. So that's one of those cases where you would use this method to find your hours and your minutes. Can you do the IV problem plus hour? I think I got one. I'm not sure. I think I do. I'm not sure. I know I got something saved, but I don't know if I have one for tonight. I'll see. All right, so intake and output. Calculate the patient's 12-hour, so from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. intake. So we have IV fluids going at 75 mLs an hour continuous. You've got TPN going from going at 50 milliliters an hour continuous. You also have lipids that are going at 10 mLs an hour for 12 hours. So they will be given from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. This patient also has gotten 2 units of packed red blood cells at 250 mL a unit, and then they're getting IV vancomycin, which is 250 mL that they get at every 12 hours. You leave at 7 o'clock, so I mean you could be the nice nurse and start the other one, but technically they're not getting that whole thing infused until on the other shift, so you'll only calculate this one 250 ml administration. Okay, so everything has to be converted to milliliters now, right? So if you have IV fluids going at 75 milliliters for 12 hours, you will multiply that 75 milliliters times 12, right? So 75 times 12, 900 mLs, and then your TPN is going at 50, so that's what, 600. So 50 times 12 is going to be 600, and then your lipids are going at 10 mLs per hour, and so for 12 hours, you see the trend here, so that's 120 mLs, and then you got 2 units of packed red blood cells that they got. So this patient was really anemic, so that's going to be 500 because they got 2 units of packed red blood cells at 250 mLs a unit. So that's 2 times 250. Okay, that's the trick with these intake and outputs. You have to be very cognizant of the details. All right, and then IV vancomycin, 250 milliliters every 12 hours. So they just got this one administration of 250. All right, so all those added together will give us our intake. So let's see, 900 plus 600 plus 120 plus 500 plus 250. And I got that. Are y'all doing these along with me? Did you get that too? Any questions on this one? Any questions? Any questions? Nope. All right, let's keep going. All right. So here are the tube feeding ones. Dunt. A provider has ordered a bolus feeding of 100 mLs of 2/3 strength liquid nutrition. Available is liquid nutrition, 250 mLs containers. How many mLs of liquid nutrition and how many mLs of water will the nurse administer in a single feeding? Alright, so this is how you do this one. You paying attention, you awake, you up. Alright, let's do it. So we want to know how much of the liquid nutrition to give in this bolus and how much water. So this is called a dilution. So when you dilute something, you make it weak. So a full strength would just be giving them everything that was in that container, right? We don't want the full strength. We want it 2/3 strength. So 2/3 of our bolus is going to be liquid nutrition, and 1/3 is going to be water. So we're going to set up a ratio and proportion to figure out how much Ensure is 2/3. We're going to subtract that from the total amount, and then that's going to give you how much Ensure and how much water. Okay, so this is the total amount that we want. Okay, all right, this right here is what's available. So if we have 180 ml total, we want to know how much of it is going to be Ensure. So what's ordered is 2/3 strength. So this is not Ensure. Man, I don't say Ensure. It's supposed to be liquid nutrition. Liquid nutrition. That's what we have at work or whatever. So any type of liquid nutrition, Vital AF, Nepro, whatever, Ensure. So liquid nutrition. I ain't trying to have these folks come after me. Alright, so this is the total bolus over here on this side, okay? So what we'll do is we'll cross multiply and divide. So 180 times 2 is 360 equals 3x. So you don't cross multiply. You multiply this side and this side, and so that's what we get, okay? What you do to one side of the equation, you have to do to the other. We want to get x, so we will divide by both sides 3, okay? So x is going to be over here by itself. 360 divided by 3 is 120, okay? So this is going to be 120 milliliters of your tube feeding, okay, of liquid nutrition. So in order to find how much water, because we still got to account for that 1/3 water, you're going to take the total amount, which is 100 ml, so that's your total amount, minus 120, which is your liquid nutrition, and that's going to be 60 mLs of H2 to the O. Yeah. How y'all feel? She said, woo, Lord. Call them. Yup. Flickety, 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 fluff. Because it told you that this is the total amount that we want. Okay? So you find what 2/3 is. You're like, okay, so I'm going to get my little can. I'm going to pour this much. And then I'm going to add water to that much. And then that's what you're going to get. That's what you're going to get. Okay? Anybody have any questions about this one? It's kind of fun. I understand. Okay, great. Great, great, great. Okay. So, yeah. Somebody asked for milli equivalents. Here you go. Miss Reason. Alright, so the provider, the provider, Lord, typo, has ordered potassium chloride 60 milli equivalents by mouth as a one-time dose. Pharmacy has on hand, what pharmacy has on hand contains potassium chloride 20 milli equivalents, 15 mLs. How many mLs will the nurse administer? Okay, so we are looking for mLs. That is our goal. So anything, it could be units, it could be milli equivalents, it could be osmoles, grams, milligrams, whatever is on the top, it is on the bottom, crosses out, and you get your goal. It could be duts, it could be what's, it could be whatever. Okay, just as long as those units line up and you have your relationships formed, that's all you need to know. So don't be intimidated when you see something different that you're not really sure about. Especially like with Pitocin questions, they have milli units. That milli is the same prefix, 1,000, a milli, a milli, a milli. Same thing. It's the same thing, okay? Just a different unit behind it, okay? So we have milli equivalents, all right? So if we are looking for mLs, we're going to start with our mLs. So 15 milliliters over 20 milliequivalents. Alrighty, and then we are going to put our 60 milliequivalents that are ordered at the top, milliequivalents crossed out. 15 times 60 is going to be 900 divided by 20 is going to be 45 milliliters. Okay? You see, it don't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. Like I said, don't matter what the units are, just as long as they line up and cross out. Alright, the provider has ordered the antibiotic drug B, 1,500 milligrams IV piggyback every 8 hours. Pharmacy has supplied drug B, 1,500 milligrams and 250 mLs in D5W. What will the rate be? Lord. In milliliters per hour that the nurse. Whoa, what did I just make? I don't know what kind of English that is. What will the rate in mLs per hour? What how do I even fix this? Anyways, we're looking for milliliters over hours, okay? Oh man. Alright, so our goal is going to be mLs over hour. Okay, so let's look at our elements that we have. So we have 1,500 milligrams and 250 milliliters. And what in the heckity of hex did I do? Has been ordered, supplied. Okay, what will the rate be? Okay, I didn't give it over a time, did I? Except for a frequency. So, yeah. We're going to skip along because I don't know what I was doing. You know what? Some of these I went over when I was on a break at work last night. And obviously you can tell. Can you do milligram to kilogram to minute when looking for ml? Yes, yes. Yes, I can. Alright, the provider ordered 1.5 liters of half normal saline to be administered IV over 8 hours. Okay, the tubing has a drop factor of 20 drops per ml. Calculate the flow rate in drops per minute. Okay, let's do it. Our goal is going to be drops over minutes. Okay, so we are having 1.5 liters to go over 8 hours. We got a drop factor of 20 drops per ml, and then this is our goal. So if we're looking for drops, we're going to start with drops, okay? So 20 drops per ml, okay? That's gone. So now we got mLs at the bottom, we need mLs at the top. But look here, that's liters. So you can either convert that before you put it in there, or you can let dimensional analysis handle it. So I have milliliters at the bottom. I know I'm going to need milliliters at the top. So 1 liter is 1,000 mLs. Milliliter is now gone. So now I can put my liters at the top over 8 hours. That's gone now. And then if I have hours at the bottom, I need hours at the top and minutes at the bottom. So then everything has crossed out, and now we have drops at the top, minutes at the bottom. Yeah, I got y'all. I got your milligrams per kilogram per minute problems. Y'all know those are my favorite. So I can't do a live without doing one of those. I think I got a how many micrograms per kilogram per minute problem too. So let's see, divided by 60, and this one is going to be 62.5 And we know that when you have drops, you cannot have a decimal in place. So you're going to have to do 63 drops per minute. Okay? Yep, that's right. Alrighty, so here you go. Y'all ready? Alright, so a patient weighing 135 pounds is to receive drug X 5.5 milligrams per kilogram over 90 minutes. Pharmacy has supplied drug X 500 milligrams per 100 mLs in normal saline. Calculate the infusion rate in milliliters per hour. So our goal is going to be milliliter per hour. Our patient's weight is 135 pounds, and our prescription is 5.5 mgs per kg per 90 minutes. And then our medicine is supplied as 500 mgs over 100 mLs. Okay? So think of a raindrop when you do drops per minute. What do you mean, think of a raindrop? Like, as far as if there is a raindrop, you can either do like a drop, like, or not a drop. Is that what you mean? Alright, so we're looking for mLs. Let's see. We're going to start with mLs. So 100 mLs over 500 milligrams. You know what? I always do this, and y'all let me do it too. I always start too far over, and then I run out of space. Okay, so 100 mLs per 500 milligrams, okay? So then we can put our milligrams at the top. 5.5 milligrams per kilogram per 90 minutes, okay? Milligrams are gone. Okay, so now we got kilograms at the bottom, and we need kilograms at the top. So 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. Kg is gone. We can put our weight at the top now. We'll put it over 1, so we know to multiply it across the top. And then we got minutes at the bottom, but we need hours, so we'll do 60 minutes is 1 hour. Minutes gone. Okay, so now we can multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom, and divide. So let's see, 100 times 5.5 times 135 times 60 divided by 500 divided by 90 divided by 2.2 and 1. So I got 45 milliliters an hour. What did you all get? Is that what you got? Is that what you got? Any questions on this one? I did mine a little different and you still got it. Okay, it's more than one way to answer a question, as long as what's on the top crosses out on the bottom, and you get what you need to get and everything is crossed out, then cool. Yep, we like it. Alrighty. So the provider has antibiotic Z 500 milligrams by mouth once. The pharmacy has sent a vial with reconstitution instructions stating add 1.8 of bacteriostatic water to yield a final concentration of 250 mg per ml. How many milliliters will the nurse administer to the patient? Okay, so the provider has antibiotic, alrighty, and we have the vial. So this is a reconstitution problem. Remember, in your reconstitution problems, you concentrate on the concentration. Don't let all those other things that are fluff in there get you confused and thrown off, because it's fluff. This is fluff. It's fluff. So we don't need that. And we just need this. So if we're looking for ml, that is our goal, right? So we'll do 1 milliliter over 250 mgs, 500 milligrams over 1 dose. It's going to be 2 mLs. Don't let reconstitution fool you. Yep. And when you have like those labels, and they say like, you know, 1,000 milligrams, and then like they have like the however milligrams per ml, or like the final concentration, man, look at the final concentration. Don't let all those other numbers and words and all that get you thrown off, okay? All right, heparin. The provider has ordered a heparin bolus of 1,500 units, followed by a continuous IV drip of 13 units per kilogram per hour for a patient with a new onset of AFib. What is AFib? Y'all let me know what AFib is. Your patient weighs 182 pounds. You have a heparin vial labeled heparin 1000 U per ml. How many milliliters will you give to your patient for the initial bolus? And what will you set your IV pump at for a continuous drip if your 250 ml bag is labeled 40,000 units of heparin? So why do we give heparin for AFib? Good job, Alexis. Or Eloquist. A bolus is going to be one-time administration of a medicine, just there. So heparin, you're going to want that medicine to get in the bloodstream, and you want it to be at a certain level. It's going to be monitored by anticoagulation studies, either APTT or anti-XA or anti-10A, however you want to say it. And so in order for it to get to a level in the blood that is going to work and be therapeutic, so that the patient does not have clots, but not too toxic, so that the patient will just bleed the heck out, we need we needed to get to a bolus. So that bolus is going to get there, and then that drip is going to maintain it, okay? So we need to give the patient a bolus to get it where it needs to be, and the drip to maintain it. So our bolus is saying that we need this much, okay, and then we have this vial, okay? So that's your standard dosage calc question. Don't look at the weight, don't look at anything else, just look at, okay, it's asking me for 1,500 units, I have 1,000 units per ml, I need to find out how many mLs, okay? So milliliter over 1,000 units multiplied by 1,500 units over 1. Units crossed out. What's that? 1,500 divided by 1,000 is going to be 1.5 mLs. So that is your bolus. So the reason why we give this medicine is because when the heart is in A field, the atria, they're not pumping right. They're just all okay, instead of lub dub, right? And so when the heart has a dysrhythmia and the blood does not flow correctly, then when blood is not flowing and it's standing still or it's clumping together, it's forming clots. So this patient can form clots. They can form a clot, and then the clot can get pushed out into the circulatory system or into the lungs, which is going to be a PE. It can go into the other coronary arteries, which will give you a heart attack, and then it can go to the brain, which will give you a stroke. Okay, so we don't want that to happen. So anywho, that's your pharmacology little tidbit for tonight. All right, so this first part is done, so bolus. So now we got a drip. So we have our patient's weight, so PPP, patient's weight, the prescription, and the product. So our patient's weight is 182 pounds. Our prescription is going to be 13 U per kg per hour. And then we have supply our bag. Okay, that's that bag that's going to have your drip. So 40,000 units and 250 milliliters. If okay, so now we need to know what we'll set our IV pump at. All right, so IV pump, that's going to be milliliters per hour. So our goal is ml over hour. All right, so if we're looking for milliliters, we're going to start with milliliters. So 250 milliliters over 40,000 units. Okay, so now we have units at the bottom. We need units at the top. That'll be 13 units per kilogram per hour. Units are gone. All right, now we have our patient's weight. So our weight is in pounds, so we'll need to do our conversion. 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. So kilogram is gone, and now we have our pounds, which is 182 pounds over 1. We have milliliters at the top and hours at the bottom. That's what our goal looks like. All right, we're finished. We can now calculate across the top and multiply across the bottom and divide. So 250 times 13 times 182 divide 40,000 divide 2.2. And I got 6.72 mLs per hour. If you round it to the nearest tenth, this is what you get. Everybody okay with this one? Alright, moving on. The doctor orders a 1,000 ml bag of IV Ringer's lactate to be infused at 30 drops a minute. The drop factor is 10 drops per ml. You start the infusion at 1440. At what time will the infusion be complete? Alright, so the doctor orders a 1,000 ml bag of, alright, so we know that we have a bag of 1,000 and we have a rate of 30 drops per minute. Our drop factor is that, and then we are looking for time. So hours, that is our goal, okay? So we are looking for hours. So if we are looking for hours, what are we going to start with? Hours. We don't have anything that has hours, right? Because we have a 1,000 ml bag, okay? And then we have 30 drops a minute, and then we have 10 drops per ml. Nothing on here is in hours, but we have minutes, right? So we'll start 1 hour over 60 minutes. Then we can put our minutes over 30 drops. Minutes are gone. Now we got drops at the bottom. We need drops at the top. Let's use this right here. 10 drops over mLs. That's gone. Drops are crossed out, and now we have milliliter. So we can use this right here. 1,000 mLs over 1. And it's gone. Everything has been crossed out except 4 hours. So 10 times 1,000 divided by 60 divided by 30 is 5.55555 repeating hours. Okay, so remember how we did that conversion earlier in the live session? So now we need to do the same thing here. So we need to take what's behind the decimal and multiply it by 60 to find out how many minutes we have. So 0.55 times 60 is going to be 33 minutes. So this takes 5 hours and 33 minutes to be complete. So we started at this time and we end in 5 hours and 33 minutes. So this is your hour side, this is your minute side, okay? So what I would do is I would add my hours first. So that's going to be 1940. So that's 5 hours. So then we got 30 minutes, right? And this one you really don't want to kind of add like, okay, I'm going to carry the 1 and all that, because I mean, it's not really in just numerical. It's like in hours and minutes. So I like to break that part up. So if it's 40 minutes, I'm going to take about 20 out of here, okay? So I'll add my 20 minutes right here, and that's going to be that time. And then I have 13 more minutes left, so I'll add that, and this is what time will be done. How you like that? We good on that? Hey, turn up. Okay. So now we got a patient weighing 165 pounds and they're receiving a critical drip of drug C, 150 mgs and 500 milliliters of normal saline. The IV pump is running at a rate of 20 mLs an hour. How many micrograms per kilogram per minute is the patient receiving? And we're going to round to the nearest tenth. All right, so here we go. Our goal is going to be to have microgram per kg per minute. Okay, so we want, whatever we do, we want to have micrograms left at the top, kgs on the bottom, minutes on the bottom. They don't necessarily have to live together, but they need to be on the bottom. Okay, so let's write out our elements. We have our patient's weight, which is 165 pounds. Okay, our drug is 150 milligrams and 500 milliliters, and then it's running at 20 milliliters per hour. Okay, so if we are looking for micrograms, we are going to start with micrograms. But you don't see micrograms right here or on the side, do you? No, we got milligrams. But I'm going to put micrograms because that's what I need. So we'll do micrograms at the top and milligrams at the bottom. So 1 milligram is 1,000 micrograms. Okay? So now we can put our milligrams that we have over on the side on the top and 500 mLs at the bottom. Milligrams are crossed out. We use that, right? So now we have milliliters on the bottom. We want milliliters on the top. So we'll use this one right here. 20 mLs over 1 hour. So mLs is gone. Okay? So now we have hours. And we need minutes. So we'll put 1 hour over 60 minutes. Hours is now gone, and the only thing that we're missing now is our kilograms, right? So we'll do 2.2 pounds equals 1 kilogram. But now we have kilograms at the top and micrograms. We need to get rid of those pounds, don't we? So we'll do 1 over our patient's weight, because remember, you can flip-flop things, okay? You can flip-flop them. as long as the units cross out and they line up. So we got microgram, we got kilogram, we got minute, and pounds has crossed out. Okay, so now we can multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom, and divide. 1,000 times 150 times 20 times 2.2 divided by 500 divided by 60 divided by 165. That's going to be 1.33 repeating. So 1.3, if you're rounding to the nearest tenth, micrograms per kilogram per minute. We gonna work, y'all. How y'all feel about that one? Do we need to revisit any part of this one? This one was a little different. But y'all asked for it, so I gave it to you. We good? Y'all quiet in these comments. I don't have a yay, a nay, a hold up, a wait a minute, a go back. I guess everybody is all right. Moving on. So infuse drug A 320 milligrams in 250 mLs at 6.7 micrograms per kilogram per minute for a client weighing 275 pounds. What rate in mLs per hour will the pump be set? And we're going to round this one to the nearest whole number. Let's do it. So what is our goal? Our goal is ml over hour. We have our patient's weight, so PPP, patient product, well, patient prescription product. So our 275 pounds, our prescription is at 6.7 micrograms per kilogram per minute. Our product, which is our medicine, is 320 milligrams in 250 mLs. Okay. Do you have a problem with divided doses? I think I do, Miss Alexis. Okay. So, we're looking for a milliliter. So, we'll start with milliliters. 250 mLs over 320 milligrams. Okay. We have micrograms in our prescription order, so we'll need to put in a conversion. So milligrams will go on the top, micrograms will go on the bottom. 1 milligram is 1,000 mics. Milligrams are crossing out. 6.7 micrograms are going on the top, so they will cross out, and we'll have kilograms and minutes at the bottom. Micrograms gone. Our patient's weight is in pounds, so we'll need another conversion. So 1 kg over 2.2 pounds. I don't know how I wrote that. Ooh, child. 2.2 pounds. Alright. Kg gone. Our patient's weight, 275. And over 1. And then we'll squeeze our 60 minutes over 1 hour at the end. And minutes will cross out, okay? The minutes are on the end. Don't worry about it. They crossed out anyway. So, pounds are gone. Now we can multiply across the top and across the bottom and divide. So 250 times 6.7 times 275 times 60 divide by 320 divide by 1,000 divided by 2.2. That's going to be 39.25. And if we round to the nearest whole number, it will be 39 mLs per hour. look at there. I thought I had one with divided doses. Alrighty. So the provider has ordered drug B, 30 mgs per kilogram per day, divided into 3 equal doses for 7 days. The patient weighs 88 pounds. The recommended safe dose is 25 to 45 milligrams per kilogram per day in 3 equal doses. Pharmacy has available the drug B, 250 milligrams in 5 mLs. What is recommended safe dose? Is the dose safe? And if it's safe, how many mLs will the nurse administer? Okay, so when you do safe dose, you have an ordered prescription and you want to make sure that that is going to be safe to give your patient. So we have to go here and find out if it's safe. All right, so we need to find out what is the recommended safe dose. So we'll take 25 milligrams per kg per day. Okay, and we just need to find dose. Okay, so our goal is going to be milligrams per dose. So I'll write that out so we can be on one accord. Milligrams per dose. All right, so we got kilograms at the top. We'll need kilograms at the bottom, and we have our patient's weight in pounds. So we'll do our conversion. 88 pounds over 1. Pounds are gone now, and we have a day at the bottom. So in 1 day there are 3 doses. So day is gone, and we'll be left with milligram per dose. Okay, so now we can solve the problem. 25 times 88 times 1 divided by 2.2 divided by 3. I don't put all those ones in my calculator. I just don't. So 33, all these 3's. Milligram per dose is your lower limit, and we'll do the same exact thing for the upper limit. So what is this? 45 milligrams per kg per day times 1 kg over 2.2 pounds, 88 pounds. Cross it out, cross it out. And 1 day is 3 doses. Day is gone. So now we can do the same thing. So 45 times 88 divided by 2.2 divided by 3. So that'll be 600 milligrams per dose. Now that we have our safe dose range, we can go up here and determine if this is safe and how much it is. So 30 mgs per kilogram per day. You're going to do it the exact same way. 1 kilogram over 2.2, so we can get rid of our kilograms. And we have the patient's weight in pounds. Doing the exact same things. 1 day, and still 3 divided doses. Okay, so days cross out. So 30 times 88 divided by 2.2 divided by 3 is going to be 400 milligrams per dose. Alright, so if we have determined that our safe dose range is 333.3 to 600, that's the safe bumpers. So no less than 333.3, no more than 600 is allowed. Okay, outside of those numbers, it is not safe. It is not therapeutic. So we found out what the ordered dose was, which is 400. Is this a safe dose to give? Yes, it is safe. So, now that we determined that it is safe, we can see how many mLs to give to our patient, okay? So I'm going to erase this. And y'all, if you would like to look at tonight's session and revisit some of the problems that we did, it will be on my YouTube channel, A Blessed RN. So same handle, along with previous sessions, okay? So, how many mLs? So our goal will be milliliters, right? All right. So we have, this is our medicine. So we'll have 5 mLs, 250 mgs. And then our prescription was 30 milligrams per kilogram per day. Milligrams are gone. Our kilograms over 2.2 pounds. And our weight was 88 pounds over 1. So we know it's along the top. And then we have 1 day that has 3 doses in it. Boom, boom. So we're left with ml per dose. 5 times 30 times 88 divided by 250 divided by 2.2 divided by 3. So the patient will get 8 milliliters per dose.